I've got so much love to give. I got so much love to give, baby. Now what do you say? Why don't we spend a while on it? A little bit of this, take your time and let it stew. A little bit of that, take your time and let it brew. Let it slowly simmer before you bring it to the boil. Sprinkle it with sugar, not too heavy on the oil. A touch of me and you, up the heat but not too far. A little twist of ooh and a pinch of ooh la la. A little bit of this, I'm giving you the best of me. A little more of that, I'm cooking up a recipe for love. Standing on the crossroads, I've been waiting to watch you change. Whoa, bending over backwards, I've been hoping we stay the same. Standing on the crossroads, I've been waiting to watch you change. Whoa, bending over backwards, I've been hoping we stay the same. I got so much left to give. I got so much more to give, baby. Now what do you say? Why don't we spend a while on it? A little dose of you, then add what's left of me. A whole lot more of loving, we can start a family. Slowly cool it down, don't let these things go cold. Cause I want you around until the days when we are old. Standing on the crossroads, I've been waiting to watch you change. Whoa, bending over backwards, I've been hoping we stay the same. Standing on the crossroads, I've been waiting to watch you change. Whoa, bending over backwards, I've been hoping we stay the same. Had a touch of me and you, up the heat but not too far. A little twist of blue and a pinch of ooh la la. A little bit of this, I'm giving you the best of me. A little bit of that, I'm cooking up a recipe for love. Said I'm cooking up a recipe for love. Yeah, yeah. Said I'm cooking up a recipe for love. Whoa, whoa, baby, yeah, yeah. Whoa, whoa, yeah.
Okay then, hello everybody. Sorry to keep you waiting for so long. That was The Recipe for Love, right? By Lack of Afro. There you have it. That's the band and the name and the song. Dirty Lowlife, Even the Terrible, Nez Lover, Alpha Billy, Mel, Super Dave, everybody. Welcome to the show. Okay, so I've got this. Somebody showed me this book, and it contains unicorns and dragons. So, but it's just about four-legged animals, right? And it's not one. It refers to other writers from old age. But yeah, it says, look at this. So this is like a true unicorn as you know them, right? But also a goat unicorn. This, I mean, they all look a bit, this one looks a bit weird. And this one is a, how would you call that? Like more like a cow unicorn, maybe. There's also an elk unicorn. Like this is a donkey, right? A donkey unicorn, but it's not a unicorn, but it's got two horns on his head, like a rhinoceros. This one's more like a sheep, huh? And what is this? This is something in between a dog and a, what does it say? Mit mehr eine Art. Yeah, it's like, yeah. So it's not faithful to human beings. You can't. I've read some of it, and so it doesn't. You can't keep them in a zoo because they'll die. Um, like the elephants, you can keep them in a zoo. Here it speaks of Gam van Tartaria, whoever that may be. Funny enough, that's my brother's name, Gam. So it's a description about where it is, where you can find it, how the hoofs look. Right? Is it a cleft foot or a hoof? Yeah, it's a bit much to read it up, to read it out, and to translate it for you. But so you can find them in India, Scythia, and Africa. I will show you the name of this book later on, and it's Artis Liberalis who showed me this. Oh, well, here it is. Artis Liberalis. You might know this guy. We've known him for 8 years now, I guess. So this beschrijving van de natuur der viervoetige dieren, het tweede boek, which is description of nature of the four-legged animals, the second book, right? Of four-legged animals with cleft feet. That's the title. And Artis Liberalis actually owns a physical copy of this, of one volume. That's how he got to this book. He looked it up. Well, here you can see the cow as we know him, and the steer, the bull, right? And I guess later on, these are the bovine races, right, with cleft feet. As it read in the beginning of the chapter, the name of the chapter. Wait a minute, can you actually see this? Yeah, I think you can, huh? Yeah. You can hear me too? Cool. So let's get back to this. So this is all about cows, what you can do to them, how you should keep them, how they taste, when you should slaughter them, and everything. It's and who wrote about it. So Aristoteles wrote about it, and Aelianus, and Plinius, and who's this? Bellan. Uh, yeah. So there's a lot. I mean, it's basically just the description of nature, and what kind of animals you may find, going about, and what animals you may find in India or in Africa, as you can see here, right? So this is more like a buffalo, kind of buffalo, bubalus. This then, it's like I don't know what this is. Doesn't look like a buffalo, doesn't look like a camel. Looks like something in between, right? Indian buffalo, bubalus. So here I think we get to the camels. About the buffalo and the strepsiceros, about the sheep, right? Ovida, I guess, right? This doesn't look too weird. This is pretty much how we know sheep and goats, right? Weird thing is that if you don't fleece a sheep, it will die. So what's up with that? Sheep need to be around humans. Otherwise, it's not natural. A sheep. I don't know how that works, but and look at this: a llama or an alpaca. Yeah, and these descriptions are like you can use their wool for this, but not for that. You can use the gall or the bladder for this, but not for that. You need a different kind of animal for that bladder. How to prepare the leather. It actually tells you everything and anything about the whole chemistry and alchemy of the goats and the box. Like I said, it's a wealth of knowledge. But we're here for the pictures. We're just here for the pictures. Nothing too strange going on here. Until we get to the elk. There's a strange elk. We all know these kind of animals, right? Like the Ethiopian goat with the rather large ears. I mean, we've seen those. Um, and also the pigs that produce wool, right? Wool pig. I call it wool pig. It's probably here too. Nothing too strange about these animals. Although, what's up with how many horns does this one have? Like 6 horns? Okay. Okay. The Zlatorok. Yeah, like deer-like animals. But this is like a horse with 2 horns. It's strange. The gazelle. A deer. What's this? Somewhat. Yeah, that must be a camel, right? Cheval Kamelk. Cheval Kamelk. Yeah. It's your regular deer. Another buck. As you can see here, he's quoting Plinius. Plinius the Old. This is a chapter about the buffalo, right? About the bubalus, or bubalis. About the muscus goat. So that's a goat with a good odor. Now look at these intricate antlers. Look like machines themselves. These are like, how would you call these? Elk, eland, right? The large deer, quite large deers. And look at this one. Like, what? What now? Have you ever seen an elk with? I've seen them like this, with rather large antlers, very ornate. But this one, like with a helicopter antler? No. Really? Apparently, this used to walk the earth. Looks kind of silly, huh? What? How do you like that for a picture? That's silly, huh? Here's the one we're more familiar with, right? I don't know about him sitting down next to a tree, on his lower back, but apparently that's a thing too. But so I think it took actually a couple of decades translating it all from Latin into Dutch, because when I was reading some of the text, it had different spellings in the beginning of the book and then different spelling in the end of the book for the same word, right? So that might have to do with the evolvement of language itself. Let me see what's going on in a. the chat. Was or were unicorns? Yeah, we don't know, man. We don't know. I mean, to read all this out loud and to translate it would be just a bit too much, guys. De tragelvus of hertenbok schijnt daarvan zijn naam te bekomen te hebben, omdat hij een bok en hert gelijkt. So, yeah, man, it's just. So this is something between a goat and a deer, right? Which is not a thing anymore. These animals don't exist either, but apparently they did once upon a time. Look at this bull, right? This Taurus. And again, this is something in between a camel and a horse and a cow. Now this one looks a bit long. It's probably between a horse and a goat. Maybe I mean, apparently these things existed, right? Een damhirsch. A deer, like Bambi. And this is a young one. Een ree. And this is the man. So this is the female, the calf, and the male. Now what is this? 3 antlers? That's weird. That's weird. Look at this cow with antlers. That's weird, huh? The rhinoceros. Oh. Rather an ornate and intricate picture this is. And what about this horn on his back, right? Somewhere else in the book, it speaks of pigs with a navel on their back, right? On top of their back, like almost like a whale. And it also speaks how horny these people, these animals are, whether they're horny or not. And the camel, right? It's not so horny, and the camel doesn't like to be watched when he's copulating. But other animals don't really care. They do it out in the open. But camels, they go find a place somewhere where nobody can see them, right? And somehow these bumps on the camel were not so pronounced back in the day. See? If you look at camels nowadays, they have like big bumps. And this one is like, nah, it's not really the kind of bump that we're used to, right? And this one is like, it's got way stronger legs than we know camels to have. Right? Rather modest bumps, I would say. Of course, the giraffe. But how about this? Giraffes with actual pointy horns. Not with the horns that we are familiar with, but pointy horns. Giraffes nowadays have a horn with a ball on top, right? Straight up dinosaurs, man. We only know one kind of giraffe, right? Giraffe. But camel peer, right? A camel horse. That's how they call it in Latin, and also in South African, by the way, in Afrikaans, it's like kameelpaard of langneckpaard, like a long neck horse. This is something in between a camel and a giraffe, right? So I think now we're getting to pigs. There's a wealth of information in these descriptions. And look at this one, like what with a human face. What? What is that? I think it's like a martikar, mansikar, manticore. I think it's called a manticore. Another sheep-like thing, like a Peruvian sheep. Ah, the pigs. A guinea pig. Porcas guinesas. And a swine, right? Everzwijn. Wild boars, right? And this is the wool pig, right? Some people think it's a Mandela effect, but apparently it's always been around. The pig that produces wool. More wild boars. But this one is like something between a dog and a boar. Another everzwijn. Zwijn. Schweinhund. Ein Schweinhund. Ah, the griffin. There it is. Een grijps in Dutch. And this is called a hippopotamus. It looks more like a dog. A wasselox. Like a water buffalo. And so this is a hippopotamus. That's not the best depiction, is it? It doesn't really look like a hippopotamus, but it's more like a very fat dog with an ugly snout. But apparently this is the hippopotamus. And yeah, it's right there with the griffin. You gotta give me a second, guys. I need to make some coffee. When I'm done with this book, I'll show you where you can find this book and other books too, waar je doorheen kan bladeren. It's from the Boston Library, and apparently this one is in Dutch. But there's also books about Antarctica, and the 24-hour sun is even described in those books. So yeah, a wealth of knowledge. Well, that's clearly a lion. That's a good depiction. And it's a lioness, right? About the four-legged animals. Four-legged animals, four-legged animals. The cats, right? The leopard. Yeah, sorry guys that I just step away from the stream, but that's just how I do it. I just walk away when I need to walk away. I don't have much dedication to the stream. I'm not a professional, okay? So sorry, but it will happen again. And here's this. So these are pardels, right? Leopards, tigers, which are called how do you call them? Cat-like, feline, right? But back in the day, they would refer to it as pardel in Latin, because they're large cats, right? Like I think this is like, I don't know what that is. Oh, that's a pardis. Pardis. That's a panther. Spotted panther. And like it will have one will hunt monkeys and the other one will not, right? So this one's called a lynx, but it's not. I mean, look at the ears. That's definitely not a lynx. A tiger. Mm-hmm. This panther seems to have almost a human face, right? Well, here we get to the weird animals again. Here, this one with a human face and a scorpion's tail. A martigens. It eats humans, by the way. This is known to eat humans. Strangely enough. about the bear Ursus, right? And why it's called Ursus in Latin, and or Ursus. Where you can find them, what you should do with the skin, how you should approach them, or specifically not approach them. About the wolf, here we have wolves, lupus lupus, lupus hominem lupus, right? Man is man is like a wolf to other men. Look at this hyena. That's a very bad description. That's a very bad depiction of a hyena. It's now that doesn't look like a hyena at all. This looks more like a hyena. And so a lot of this information comes from a Swiss man called Gessner. I forget his first name. And Belloni, I think that's an Italian. Another hyena. That's a very bad depiction. The filfras. A gulo. Filfres. I don't know what that is. Like a wolverine kind of animal. So a Scythian lion. Ethiopian goat, Ethiopian goat, Ethiopian goat cow. Gesundheit. Monkeys. All kinds of monkeys. Samis, simia, der Affe. Of course, this typical baboon, right? And the maki. And I think we also get to the civet cat, which is something between a. This is another manticora, typical baboon. Its ass up in the air. Meerkat, call that a dassie. Stokstaartje. And a pavement baboon. Pavement ape. This also talks about how some monkey mothers love their children so much that they will squeeze them to death against their breast, right? Because they love them so much. Like, oh, I love you so much. And they will squeeze them to death. The bearded ape. That's also a known thing in our in nature. Armadillo. Several kinds of armadillo. anteater, tamandis. And what's, oh, that's a sloth, right? A three-toed sloth, because I know there's two kinds of sloth, like with 3 toes and with 4 toes somehow. Another armadillo. Or are these rats and a lepus. So, what's that? Konijn, rabbit. And cavia and little carvers, right? I guess. I don't know how you call this. Das. Badger. Badger. Not a honey badger, but a badger. Otter. Sea otter. Beaver. And a lynx. A lonza. I don't know what that is. I think they're extinct. Porcupine, hedgehog. Is that a muskus rat? Squirrel. So these are Moose India. So these are Indian rats. I don't know what this is. Is that like a hermelin? Oh, this is like a muskrat. Right? Muskaturk. No, these are hermelins, right? How do you call those again? The martyr. Taxus. The hare. Follow the white rabbit. How do you call this? A jackalope, right? The jackalope, the hare or the rabbit with antlers. Apparently, this was a thing back in the day. Jackalope, right? You call them. Here it is, just alongside all the animals that we know. Kaninchen. Kaninik. So apparently this was a thing once upon a time, the jackalope. Apparently it was a thing once upon a time. You got porcupines there, Alpha Billy. Wow. Where do you live? In Africa? Oh, so this is about the Genetta or Civet cat, right? And here it speaks again of Gam of Tartary, Gam van Tartarian, right here. Zlata Baba, the Golden Father, the Golden Witch, actually, Zlata Baba. The cats, the Chivet cat, right? You've heard about this expensive coffee, right? And they let this cat eat the coffee beans so they actually taste even better than roasted. He only halfway digests these beans, which is close to roasting it. And it says like the Jews are forbidden to use this in their spice, but the heathens, the pagans, they always will use it. I think it speaks of hair. Hare and rabbit. About the rat, about the mice of the field. Another squirrel, better depiction of a squirrel. Hazelmuis. And what's this? A null mouse? I think that's a seven sleeper or a dormouse, maybe. I think that's a dormouse. That the one that sleeps like 7 months per year and only is out in the open for 5 months during the summer, and the rest of the year it sleeps. So it's I've seen a dormouse twice. That's rather special. You usually only hear them, running over the roof. They don't like to see humans, but they like to live in their roofs. Um, what the dormouse said, Alice: feed your head, feed your head. About the mole, about the porcupine, da, da, da. The dogs. Canis, right? Hunda. Hunda. This one is this one's okay. The one on the left. It's a rather accurate depiction of an actual dog. The one on the right, not so much. Here, another lynx with the actual pointy ears, right? With the fluffy top. And what is this? Like an Indian dog? Okay. Ah, the bald one was looking at the woolly one like, oh, I wish I had so much hair as you do, and the woolly one looks at the bald one. Oh man, I wish I was bald. Esculapius. Het bloed op de gebeten wond van den dullen hond gestreken is een groot hulpmiddel. Naar het gevoelen van Esculapius verzacht het de pijn der voeten. Plinius gebruikt het vet van een bonte hond tot de vlekken en littekens van het aangezicht. De melk wordt om de pijn van de oog. So to use like dog milk is right for using pain in your eyes, and it's it's so much knowledge about all these uses of their milk and gall and skin. Spanish people do this with it. African people do that with it. So this is like four-legged animals that lay eggs. So it's frogs and iguana, rana. I think that's Spanish for frog, right? Leguana. Lacerta. Well, we pretty much know all these animals. I've never seen this one though, the Lacerta biceps. It's like two tails, really? Okay. Apparently there's more with two tails. Oh, look at this one with the stars and the stripes. Ah. How does that work? I've never seen such a thing. Basically, your lizards and iguanas and chameleons, right? Chameleons. Chameleon Niger. Can't say that, boy. The hyena odorata. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is so like, oh, we really have to describe how his anus looks. And there's the testes, and there's the, what's that? Vas zibetchi, whatever that may be. And there's the genitalia. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering how that works with hyenas, right? So there's the description. Now you know. I don't know why they only show it with this one. Like, oh, this is how his behind looks. Maybe I should read a bit more into that. Like, or they have, or they like. It looks like they have both genitals there. I don't know. The wool rat and the water rat, right? So that's like another muskrat, I guess. Muskusrat. More chameleons. The crocodile, unmistakably. I don't know what that is. Laudier. Schiet mij maar lek. So this one that we saw latest here, the latter one, this might grow to 100 feet, like 30 meters tall. Wow. It's like insane. It's like yellow, but the belly is white, more like white. Yeah. So that would be more like a dragon, right? If it grows up to 30 meters tall, that's or long, rather. Something in between an armadillo and a turtle. About the mud turtle and the sea turtle. About the skunk, the grassa, and the kaol. Yeah, so this is all about the civet cat. It's like a whole chapter about the civet cat. This is all about this one cat. And then it is about the beaver. So this is very much about odor, I guess, right? Because it's beaver. They use beavers and muskrats for odors, right? It's even more about civet cat. It's all about the civet cat, please. Description of birds. Copper etchings, right? So here you can see the date of edition, date of issue date. So it was copyrighted for 15 years in 1660. The eagle, Adler. Look at this one. This one is comfortably eating a dragon, I guess. Looks like a dragon. Why not? It's more like a phoenix, rather. Chrysactos aquila. It actually looks like a phoenix more than an eagle. falcons, um, chicken thieves, and so forth. Many kinds of eagles, right? Buzzards, seagull, a harpy, right? This one looks rather like a harpy, and a vulture. This looks like a dodo, actually. Somewhat like a dodo. Buzzard. Acceptor. Hawk. Happy. It's a hawk, right? Havik. Acceptor. These they eat a lot of snakes, right? Egyptian eagle or acceptor. Starting to look a bit like a jay, right? Or doves even. An owl. No, that's a falcon too. Barkengel. Lanius, those are definitely. Acceptor major. Acceptor minor. A wool hawk, right? A woolly hawk. Falcons. Sperwer. Papegaaien. Parrots, I guess, is next. Yeah. Cockatoo. Mockingbirds. So yeah, there's a lot to see in this book, and I mean, this we'll just go through the pictures, right? But yeah, there's so much knowledge beside the pictures, what you can do with these animals and how to use them. All these owls. Here's one I never saw. Vespertilio. Fledermaus mit den Jungen. Vespertilio lactanis. Yeah, well, they have to eat too. Apparently, there's something like bat milk. I never knew that. Ostrich and the emu, I guess. Oh, look at this one. Gallus monstros candatus. What? Will you look at this one? The monster chicken. That? Indeed, that's a monster chicken. Jesus. It's just there with the ostriches and the. Hoe noem je ook weer een pauw? Peacock. Yeah. Peacocks. And the grouses. And the turkeys. And this one, this African one, the dotted black one. I don't know their names in English. Parelhoen. In Dutch, I do know that. But okay. Um, Yeah, I'm gonna have to reheat some more tea. I love reheated tea. It's actually better than the real thing. The reheated tea is it's even better than the actual tea. Jays, waterbirds, quail, hop, anteater bird. And well, that's enough about the birds, I guess. And then there's shellfish and everything. Partridge, quail. I don't know all these names in English. And then we'll get to the fish. And well, here's the normal chickens and hens as we know them. Rather normal. No, but Gallus indicus mirabilis. Look at this one. What? What? All right. I mean, that's what? Okay. Apparently, that's a thing too, or it used to be a thing. These look like water birds. Love these ones, the water ants with the giant feet, right? Doves, all kinds of doves, turtles, turtle dove actually. Woodpeckers, I guess. Finches. Sparrows. Oh, there's so much. Oh. So many birds. So many birds. I think this is half the book is about the birds. But that's not very interesting, all these birds, I guess. We want to get to the dragons, boy. We want to see the dragons. Of course, we want to see the dragons. I get that. I get that. Let's see if we can get to the dragons a little bit quicker. So many birds, huh? Too much birdage, too much plumage. Oh, look at this one. The griffin and the phoenix and the man bird. The harpy. Look at this. That's weird. And the pelicanus. Pelican, right? Pelican is known to to pick its own breast, right? To feed its young, their youngs, their chickens. And of course, there's another griffin. Yeah, yeah. Uh, nee. Apparently, that was a thing back in the day. Now, about the fish, about the animals in the sea. What the? What? What? Okay, wow. These are definitely sharks. Nee. Yeah, I know about these rice, right? The ones that look like a face. Yeah. Nothing too strange there, to be honest. Hmm. Pike and barracuda. All these pufferfish and eels. So much. So, I mean, this is such a thick, so many volumes in this book. The whales. What is this? Something. What is this? Something between a whale and a crocodile? But Meerschwein, brown fish. I said this is like a dolphin. That's a very bad depiction. Brown fish. Walvis. Balena, right? A whale. Hey, come on, y'all. Ginormous. Ginormous. Still used to hunt them like until somewhere in the 70s. Wales in my country. Ah, look at these. I actually own such a saw-like horn, but it's not from a fish. I mean, it didn't. It's not situated on top of the fish, right? Yeah, I own this one, not with the skull connected to it, but a sawfish. Right. I have one of these. It's probably illegal to own it, but yeah, well, what's wrong with this dolphin? Is it sick? What is this? Scolopendra setaxa. Setaxa. What is this, man? Well, there's your regular seals, right? And the walrus, bit different than I know him. More puffer fish. Like a piranha. Looks like a piranha. Piranha. Stir. These monstrous fishes. Yeah, they're still around. Catfish. There is so much in these books, guys. So much. Like insane amount. Um, oh, get to the lobsters and everything. Shellfish. Boy, where are the dragons? Yes, where are the dragons? Well, they're somewhere here in the end. Get to the insects, the bees, the flies, the caterpillars. Ah, here. Here we get to the physics of snakes, the nature of snakes. Um, shit, man. Yeah, here we are. All glory to God. Um, oh, about these snakes. Look at this, a two-headed snake. Okay. Okay. A double-headed snake. Serpens biceps. This one looks kind of silly. The common viper. Adder. This is a nice page. I love these depictions. Very well made. It's nice to draw a snake or an octopus, you know, with all the twirlies and you have to follow the structure. These not so much, but the other one, these are real nice depictions. This one, love these. This page, I think, is one of my favorite pages of this book. This one, not so much. That's not such a... What? Ugh. Scary looking shit, man. Now we're getting to the dragons, I guess. Yeah. Draco extraia Sictus Aldru. Whatever is this, man? What is that? And look at this one. Draco alter extraia exicata Concinatus outro. Yeah, whatever, dude. Very excited indeed. Look at this one with a crown on its head and an egg. The basilicus. With 8 feet, with 8 legs, really? So yeah, this part is about the dragons. But wait, there's more. Two-legged dragon. Bonomiensi. The winged dragon, right? The Ethiopian dragon. Basilicus. Nee, Basiliscus. Basiliscus. So I don't know why these are not snakes. Oh, because they have a different kind of head, right? But these are also dragons, but without wings. Apparently, they were still a thing in the 1600s. The Hydra, Septiceps, 7-headed, right? I think that's it, guys. Yeah, that's it. This is the index, right? So yeah, that was that. Let me show you where I find this. I find this. Here in the Biodiversity Heritage Library. I'll post a link. And this is how about this one? So this is a manual about Antarctica, right? All the temperatures and how the winds are, how much sun there is. You can look it all up. Where am I? Where am I? I'm here. So it's a wealth of books there, guys. Yeah, thank you for acquainting me with this artist. But yeah, go have a look yourself, guys. In this, it's not a very large library, but I think there's about 150 books or so. Not like thousands, but a couple of hundred maybe. And yeah, thank you for showing me, artists. I think that's enough for today. Maybe you'll find something interesting to look at in that library. Mm, I think that's it for now, guys. Thank you for being here, and I hope I didn't bore you too much. Some dragons can practically cook themselves. Yeah. Yeah, I think that dragons were real. Maybe they still are. Okay, guys, that was it for today. Thank you for being here because without you, it's only fun when you're around. So, see you on the next one and don't be late because I will be late, right?